Scott, this is a massive trend within the food industry, isn't it? Wellness.
Absolutely, thank you very much, Julie. Yeah, we see food and drink wellness as one of our mega trends. We have 5 mega trends, and health, wellness, well-being through food is definitely one of our top 5.
And what we're talking about today, recharge, restore, renew, that's really a neglected side, isn't it, of our own personal health?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're so needing it. I think many of us are being pushed into being forced into taking time out and recharging. But actually, it's a sort of human necessity to take time out. You know, even the concept of retreats has been a sort of historical thing for hundreds and hundreds of years, taking time out, and it's not necessarily going on a retreat, but taking time out in our daily lives is so important.
As you said, it's sort of rest with a capital R. That's a really important part of it, isn't it?
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I find that in deepest, darkest November, January, when I'm running retreats and the weather's quite horrendous and you've got horizontal hailstones and it's not the nicest weather out there, but actually that is magical because I get better results with people because it gives them permission to do nothing. Mm-hmm. And that's a big part of my kind of ethos, and the feedback is really encouraging because I give permission to rest. I give them permission to do nothing, and I think we're all needing that. The pace of life, we feel we've got to keep up, but actually being told, no, please sit on your bum and read a book or rest by the fire is so curative. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How are your clients finding you online? What are they searching for? What are they looking for?
Well, I think now they are looking for the detox retreat because that is now sort of something in our vocabulary. Yeah, people are largely motivated by some kind of health condition, some kind of issues, sleep or menopause, perhaps a weight issue, a weight goal, or just they're stressed out, burnt out, and they just want a reset. And a lot of my clients are talking about this being a kickstart, a reset, a recharge. It really is wiping the slate clean, that when they go home they have a bit of distance between them and the wine bottle or them and the chocolate or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. It just is that boost. So I think they know what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm. So in terms of the opportunity, I think for businesses that might be watching, it's actually, you don't necessarily need to be providing an awful lot. This is not adding an awful lot onto what you already have. It's actually just shifting how you sell it and maybe collaborating a little bit with a wellness practitioner, whatever that might be.
Yeah, no, 100%. Your local massage therapist, you're curating a lovely list of your favourite local walks. I mean, a lot of my clients love the fact that not only am I doing the wellness bit and really coaching on that, but I'm also an expert on the local area, and I take them on little hidden gems and everything. And the nature thing, we are so blessed in Scotland, and we know that. But sometimes we don't really appreciate what we have in front of us. Mm-hmm. But these little tiny tweaks and pointing them in the direction of good local produce and what have you. I mean, it's easy.
There has been this massive trend towards veganism, whether you like it or not. It is something to really be thinking about, isn't it, and providing options for vegans beyond just a salad and a token.
It's undeniably one of the biggest trends at the moment. Veganism or more of a plant-based diet. I think things are moving beyond just people saying they're vegan. It is the biggest openings that we see across restaurants at the moment is plant-based and zero waste and sustainability. They're the 3 big things that we're seeing in hospitality currently in some of the big centres. Mm-hmm. And it's all to do with maybe having a lesser impact on the environment. We have to be a little bit careful in Scotland because we have got such a great meat industry, and the meat that we produce is sustainable and it's really good. We have loads of pasture and a great ruminant farming structure. So I still think we should be serving lamb and beef and these wonderful things, but also
again, it's about how we
with
sell that.
Exactly. Yeah.
One more thing I wanted to talk about, which you had mentioned, which I think is quite important and really ties into what Katrina was just saying, is actually the wellness of your staff.
Yes.
And creating an environment where where it's not just the customers who are thinking about taking care of themselves, but you're creating an environment where that is more positively embraced by everyone.
Absolutely. There's a wonderful restaurateur called Danny Meyer who's got tons of restaurants all over New York and has amazing stuff. And he says that he's got 4 things that he focuses on as a restaurateur, and the first one is staff. And then it's produce, community, and then customer, because he says if you get the first 3 right, the last one takes care of itself. And I think in hospitality we've been really bad at that. I mean, I was a chef for 20 years, and It was certainly a pretty aggressive environment where I had worked in. And we are seeing businesses take a much more proactive approach into looking after their staff's mental wellness, whether it is just if you've got a problem, talk about it, whether it is 4-day weeks instead of 5-day splits, whether it is, and we're even seeing, and it's a super simple way, it may sound a bit odd, but companies are bringing in yoga teachers, bringing in meditation experts once a week and letting their staff have an actual session together, and that doesn't only help their individual mental health, it can help that group and team dynamic as well.
Mm-hmm. The big thing for me is that how often do we go on holiday, come back from the holiday and say, oh my God, I need another holiday to recover from that holiday because I overindulged, had a great time, saw everyone in the family, but I'm absolutely knackered. And so the big thing for me is that people are craving the time out, and it doesn't need to be a retreat. It can be, a lovely self-catering cottage in the middle of nowhere, and slowing down and actually looking after ourselves, because the pace of life is catching up with us, and a lot of us are struggling. So just making time is a biggie, and getting the right nutrition. Sadly, in Scotland, being healthy and wellness has not been a cool topic for a long, long time, and I'm really hoping that these trends kind of wash over us as a nation, and actually we start valuing our health, we start looking after ourselves. And the one little tidbit was that last year I started welcoming a whole swathe of Americans over, and what's really interesting, I had an 82-year-old American lady fly from California to come to the retreat. And I was like, why are you doing that? But because they're having to pay for their health care, they value their health so much more.
Yeah.
And so, my big thing is just valuing our health and valuing our energy levels and taking time out.